Hi to my April cleansers. So today for you, if you started on Tuesday, is day 3. So what can happen on day 3 is you can feel a little bit wobbly and like, oh my goodness, am I really doing this? And I'm talking 30 days and I'm only 3 in. But I'm sure by now you've got used to the routine and you're following it clearly. So the most important thing is to stay to the routine 80% of the time. And definitely do not ever give yourself a guilt trip if you fall off. Just get straight back on and talk to the person who's coaching you. So the second thing that I wanted to put in here is that this is a really good time to do a bit of an assessment. And it's an assessment on 4 things, and that is energy, weight, sleep, and moods. So those 4 things you rate yourself 1 to 10. So if you are a 10 out of 10 in energy, literally you're jumping out of bed every morning and you're feeling $1 million, then rate yourself a 10. If you can't get up off the couch, then rate yourself a 1. Hopefully you're somewhere in between those 2. I have just finished a double cleanse, so I'm pretty close up there to a 10 right now. But if you're just starting this program, you might be closer to a 3 or a 4. So that's the first thing. Weight. So where are you on your ideal weight? If you need to drop a few kilos, you might say you're around an 8, but you'd like to get to a 10 out of 10 to be perfect where you want to be. Or you may have quite a long way to go. You might rate yourself a 3, anywhere on that scale, but rate yourself. The reason we're doing this is because we want you to be able to assess at the end of month 1, 2, and 3 where you're at. Now, you may be only aiming for 1 month, and that's absolutely cool. However, do remember a blood cycle is 90 days. So think about 90 days, and if you want to pull it in, that's cool. If you want to go into maintenance in month 2, that's absolutely fine. But right now, let's concentrate on month 1. So what have we done? Energy, weight. The next one is your sleep. So if you're someone who goes to bed, literally puts your head on the pillow and you're gone for 7 to 8 hours, then you're pretty close to a 10 out of 10 for your sleep. If you are someone who wakes right through the night or goes to bed really late after 10, 11, remember that the hours of sleep between 10 and 12 are vital. Or if you're waking up through the night, not able to get back to sleep, that's something that this program should be able to help with. So rate yourself on your sleep. And lastly, your moods. And the reason I put that one last is because that's a result of those other 3 things. If you're not sleeping well, if your energy's low, you're not exercising because your energy's low, and your weight's not where you want it to be, then probably your moods are down on the scale too. So rate your fat where you are with your moods. If your moods are absolutely where you want to be all the time, you feel great, you've got that great relationships in all of the areas of your life, work and home and partner and all of that, then you could be a 10 out of 10 in moods. I think most of us do have our ups and downs with our moods. So energy, weight, sleep, and moods. Why am I giving this to you? Because if you want to, it would be great for you to put in the chat where you're at right now on those 4 areas. So if you haven't already done an introduction as to what you want to get out of this month, then pop that in there. If you don't want to do much of an introduction, you want to say, hey, my name's Pam and I am boom, 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 boom on those 4 areas and I'm aiming to improve over the month, that's enough. Or if you just want to stay quiet and do your own work in your own notes and things like that, then that's absolutely fine. The last thing I want to mention here is measurements, photos, and scales. Again, the reason I mentioned scales last is because the first thing is measurements. Do your measurements where they are right now. And that could be with a tape measure or it could be with your clothes. So the next one is photos. So take a photo of yourself, preferably front, back, and side to be able to see the difference in a month. And thirdly, the scales. Yes, a lot of us do look at the scales every now and then, but definitely the only time I would like you to hop on the scales, if you can do this, would be at 10 days, 20 days, and 30 days, and with a starting block of now. So that's it. That's 5 minutes on how to make the most of this program and set yourself up for success. So have fun and we will chat in the group. See you later. Bye.